Cray Valley Radio Transmitting Club, as we were then called, was formed in the autumn of 1946. 34 members in 1947 became 140 in the 1970s, when we were first perceived as a thriving, successful society. Just as now, we met twice a month and enjoyed contesting and organising special event stations. The highlight of the 80s was our 40th anniversary, and our president at the time, the late Alan Swindon, G3A&K, told us about our humble beginnings.
The first meeting of Cray Valley was in October 46, when it was decided to formulate the Cray Valley in principle, even if not in deed. But I think that Cray Valley originated slightly before that. And if my memory serves me correctly, or my suspicions are duly deserved, on the discovery that three people, principally 2CXO, 3MZ and 8PT, used to do the trip every day from this part of the world on the Dartford Loop on the 925 to London. And I'm firmly convinced that most of the Cray Valley activities really started at that juncture, and others like 2DS and 3MZ soon acquired fresh support from the other founder members of the club. Now, just in case there are one or two of you who didn't receive any newsletter this month, the founder members were, and unfortunately these are all silent keys now, 2DS, 2HY, 2ZI, 3FC, 3MZ and 8PT. And the only two who've been fortunate enough to hang on and pester the life out of you are Jeff here, my associate, he still is, and myself.
We were not so active in the 90s, but had many interesting meetings. Here is a brief snippet from one, a talk by Chris Whitmarsh, then G8CRU, on metalwork without tears.
Every time people normally construct something, I hear the same comment. Oh, I've got to do the metalwork. What a drag. It's boring, it's hard, it's difficult, can't produce a professional job. Well, I hope to tell you tonight how you can have metalwork without tears by doing it the easy way. I consider metalwork, notice I say metalwork, not metal bashing. Metal bashing, to me, always gives me the impression of somebody with a biscuit tin on the table hammering it with their shoe. And I think the secret of metalwork is to use the right tools for the right application. Well, first of all, metalwork, whether you like it or not, metalwork is an integral part of amateur radio and the electronics industry. And these days, there's surface mount components and large-scale integrated ICs. Metalwork is still applicable today, as it always has been. Things have changed, obviously. Gone are the days of chassis with valves, but nevertheless, if you build something, you will normally have to house it in something, so that's one use of metalwork. You may still require to build something entirely of metal, or you may require to build something of metal to go inside an enclosure. And I think that metalwork really comprises of the following actions: cutting, bending, drilling and fastening. And they are the four skills that you require to make things in metal.